Hello, my name is Velez, and this is my video, Critical and Creative Reflection number 1. I chose to stick to module number 1, and my topic is Reflecting on Identity and Education. How identity and education impact a child are sometimes seen as two different components. Someone's identity is their culture, name, neighborhoods, likes, dislikes, religion, and influences. Sometimes that misconnection in education could be due to being blind to the truth, watered down material, irrelevant material, making that education have a purpose, not embracing the neighborhoods, being judged racially, either by their name, or feeling like they have to water down themselves to fit a society and a workforce. In this reading, Baldwin, A Talk to Teachers, this quote states, "The paradox of education is precisely this, that one begins to become conscious, one begins to examine the society in which he is being educated, which means taking matter. Judging education is not a bad thing. It helps us understand what has worked, what hasn't, what was missed, and what was acknowledged." I personally do see myself as a future educator making a change in my classroom. Now understanding how important someone's identity is, how important their name is, has helped me realize how essential it is for me to understand who that student is because it makes up and helps me understand so much of them. I want to be able to know where Bobby in my classroom got his name, where he's from, you know, what what makes him who he is. And that's something that I will apply in my classroom is really getting to understand my students' background, culture, and identity. Another reading comes from this article called Teaching of Diversity and Social Justice. This quote says, "Social justice courses are cognitively challenging, emotionally charged, and personally unsettling." That is a powerful statement. It is only when we sit in this uncomfortable area of cultural and education and the miscommunications that change can happen. Nobody wants to feel uncomfortable, but here we are. Tapping into this change helps us personally and as educators know what's inside the classroom, outside the classroom, looking for those missing links, connecting those missing links, and to one's own life as well. And I want to connect with my students, know what they're going to, what's missing, how as an educator can we help them make that connection. And for me personally, personal experience is being here in Florida. There wasn't a lot of Mexican people, so I did not connect to a lot of um, curriculum in the classroom, which I a lot of Mexican culture was not being taught. So that is something I would like to take and make a change in my classroom is taking my students' backgrounds and applying them into my curriculum. So they do feel seen, they do feel heard, and they do feel acknowledged in, the melting pot that we are, America, because that is important. In this video, Unforgettable, a quote is, "I learn more about other names than the ones around us." Makes sense. Is the miscommunication that I'm speaking about. It is children not being able to see themselves in this curriculum, not being heard, not us knowing who their identity is. And that's not okay. I want to know who their identity is. I want them to be felt because only by us making them feel this way is it that they're going to make a change in the community and in their own lives. Children need to know that they are being heard, they are being seen to impact others, to make that change themselves. And as my reflection, I want to embrace cultures in my own teachings, such as bringing their cultures into my curriculum, making that essence of who they are, their name, their culture. That's so important. seeing my surroundings, knowing the neighborhoods I'm in, acknowledging the students that come into my classroom, and understanding what they go through on a daily, and sitting in that uncomfortable to make a change. And so that's kind of my wrap up. But my question for future educators would be, what makes you uncomfortable enough to want to make a change in education? And that's it. Thank you.